What's up, guys? Welcome to what I carry in my gym bag video. I'm going to be sharing with you all of the essentials that I carry with me to the gym every single time I go. Now, some of these items are not necessary and others absolutely are. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to speed on any videos I'm going to be posting in the future. And don't forget to give this video a like. So let's go ahead and dive in. First up, I've got my big old gym bag. When you're carrying a lot of things, you need some serious space. I've had this gym bag for a few years now. I used to work at Orange Theory Fitness, and that's where I got this bag from. The zipper's broken. It's absolutely time for a new gym bag, but I just haven't even thought about it until now. Now, you guys ask about these shoes often over on Instagram. These shoes are my Converse. I absolutely love them. These ones are the leather Converse. I like the leather ones because they stay clean. Now, I use Converse on leg days. Sometimes you'll see me wearing them on upper body days as well. That's just because I leave these Converse in my gym bag all the time so that I always have them and I don't forget them. Now, Converse are great for leg day because the sole on them is super flat. That allows you to maintain your balance and maintain proper form while you're doing heavier lifts such as like squatting, deadlifts, hip thrusts. So if you're lifting heavy, I do recommend sticking to a flat sole. So you can use Converse or Keds or Vans, or some people you'll even see them going barefoot, and that is why. A lock. Very exciting. You need a lock. If you work out at a gym that you don't need a lock for, they already have locks or whatever it may be, I recommend still carrying a lock with you so that if you're ever in a pickle or you're going to a new gym, you have a lock with you so that you can ensure your stuff is safe. This has become an absolute essential. I didn't get this that long ago, maybe a few months ago, but it is a staple. I carry it with me every single time now because I'm trying to hip thrust heavier. So this is the Power Guidance. I got this bad boy off of Amazon. I will leave the link below if you're looking for it. So this basically sits right on your hips so that you're protecting your hip flexors when you're doing hip thrusts. If you're doing lighter weights, you don't necessarily need like a thick sponge like this for hip thrusts, but when you start lifting heavier, it's a necessity. If you don't have access to this and you're doing hip thrusts, you can also like fold up a yoga mat and put that underneath the bar to protect your hips, but you do really want to make sure that you're protecting your hip flexors because you can do some serious damage if you're lifting really heavy weights. So I absolutely love this and highly recommend it. Now, some other essentials are booty bands. I have a whole bunch of these floating around in my gym bag. So these are the peach bands. I also got them off of Amazon. I believe it's like $20 for a set of 5 of them, and they're all different strengths. So some of them are harder than others. These are incredible, especially when you're trying to warm up your booty, get your glutes going or your legs going before you start a workout. Sometimes I'll even incorporate them into workouts. If you want to see how I use them, you can head over to Instagram and look at some of my leg days. I incorporate these quite frequently. I'll also leave a link below for those bands. Okay, while we're on the topic of booty bands, here is a hip circle. So this one is made of fabric and it's quite a bit thicker. The brand that sent this to me was Hope Fitness Gear. Now, I will try to find a link for them, if not a link to Amazon in the notes below. So these bands are really great because they're much more challenging than just the rubber bands. I really, really love this one. I incorporate this one also into my leg days, and I've noticed a lot of glute growth since using this. Next up is kind of a funny one. So this here is just a little container. It says it's from PE Science, but it's not. What I carry in here is protein powder, so I always want to keep a scoop of protein powder with me. I used to keep baggies in my gym bag, but they would bust open and it would just be an absolute mess, so I wanted to find a little container that I could use to keep a scoop of protein powder in for the days that I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat right after the gym, so I always have it with me. So in here I have some chocolate peanut butter, some chocolate protein powder, and I always carry this with me. If I use it, then I fill it up as soon as I get home so that it's always available. Now here is my little baby AirPods. I absolutely love, love, love my AirPods. They are an investment, but I think that they're really worth it. However, my one con about these AirPods is that they don't block out noise very well, so you can still hear a little bit about what's happening around you, which isn't the worst things that you can hear if someone's trying to talk to you in the gym, but I do love these pods. So they come in this little case, and this case charges them like, I never have to charge my AirPods. I think it can charge them up to like 3 times. So when they're out of the case, they're not being charged. You pop them into the case, and even if your case isn't plugged in, it's still charging. But I absolutely love, love, love these. They don't fall out of my ears. Even if I'm running with them, they still stay in. The only time that they fall out is if it gets caught in my hair when I'm trying to pull my hair back. But highly recommend. I always carry with me some wired headphones because I often forget my AirPods. It's a sad day when I do, but I always want to have a backup, or sometimes my AirPods are dead. Not very often, but sometimes. I always carry with me extra socks in my gym bag because nothing's worse than when it's the summertime and you're wearing sandals to the gym and then you don't have any socks and you have to go barefoot in your shoes. I think that that's really gross, so I keep socks with me on hand all the time. I also carry deodorant because nobody wants to show up to the gym and be like, wow, I already smell it, I haven't even started my workout. Okay, and last but not least, I am going to show you a couple supplements that I carry in my gym bag. Now, you do not need supplements to see results. Supplements are exactly what they are. They're supplements. So you need to make sure that you have a super solid foundation of nutrition set up before you incorporate these supplements, or they're really not going to do anything for you at all. So what I always carry with me in my gym bag is BCAAs. This is from the brand Alani Nu. Now, I'm not sponsored or affiliated with Alani Nu. I am trying a whole bunch of different products from different companies, always testing out what I like, what I love, what I don't like, and these are just the ones that happen to be in my gym bag right now. Now, I do really like the Alani Nu products. Let's talk first about BCAAs. So I take BCAAs when I'm working out fasted, and that's because I don't have any protein in my body. I want to make sure that when I start working out, protein synthesis is happening, and BCAAs allows that to happen and occur before I've eaten anything. If I'm working out later on in the day and I've already eaten something, I won't have BCAAs because protein has amino acids in it, so you do not need this supplement necessarily. And lastly, I always carry pre-workout with me, and this is because sometimes I show up to the gym and I am tired. I always take a half a scoop if I'm taking pre-workout, and that's because there is quite a bit of caffeine in here. I believe there's 200 milligrams, which is quite a bit higher than a lot of other pre-workouts. So I take a half a scoop. Even of other pre-workouts, I still take a half a scoop because half a scoop still, I feel the effects from it. So why take a full scoop when half a scoop is doing the exact same thing for me? It's absolutely not something that you want to take on a daily basis. It is not necessary. Just use it on the days when you really need it, like on Monday or on leg day. Okay, and last but not least is a water bottle. Water is so important when you're working out. If you think that just going to the water fountain and getting your water is enough water, it's probably not unless you're going to the water fountain frequently. I do recommend carrying a water bottle with you at the gym at all times. If you're working out and you're sweating, you need to replenish your body with lots of water. I really like the shaker bottles just because they hold a lot of water and they're really light, so when they're empty, they're not heavy in your bag. I have some water bottles that are pretty heavy, and if I'm putting it in my purse or my gym bag or my backpack, it just gets heavy carrying it around even when it's empty. So I really do like these blender bottles. Now, those are all of my absolute staples for what I carry with me anytime I go to the gym. Some days I'll take things out, put things in, just depending on what workout I'm performing that day. But overall, that just gives you a general look into what I actually carry with me. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure you give it a like. That really helps me and it shows support. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel so that you can see future videos that I'm going to be posting. Now, before we go, I want you to comment below what are some of the staples that you keep in your gym bag all the time that are similar to mine. And if you have things that are different, that are absolute necessities for you, make sure you let us know in the comments. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah!